Hello everybody, how are you on this wonderful day? Please excuse the hair, I've just washed it and I can't do anything with it. But that aside, the title of this video is Twin Flames, Facing Your Fears and Choosing Love. So you want to be proud of yourself at this time for how far you've come. And please know that things are changing for you and in a good way. It's particularly crucial at this time to differentiate between divine self and the not self, or the ego self. The not self is about giving power away and putting the ego self ahead of the divine self. Make sure you heal through everything that comes up, or it will come back round in another form. Recognize the moment that the divine is pointing you to something. It's always a feeling within. It will make it so much easier to deal with triggers in the presence of your twin flame if you meet every feeling as soon as it arises with love. Trying to control the situation is the opposite to being with the divine. Relax into the knowing that you don't have to be doing during these encounters what maybe you thought you had to do. There'll be no more of the should have, would have, could have. You just let the divine lead by getting out of the way and just being present with love, being present with your feelings. It's a lot simpler. We can complicate things because we're trying to create an outcome and we don't allow the outcome source. You just have to, basically getting out of the way means allowing it to be. As you do so, support yourself as best you can. Don't forget, when it comes to your twin flame, you're husband or wife material, not a one-moment person. You have to acknowledge that you're the divine spouse showing up, make an entrance, choose to release all expectations, because that causes the pressure. Just let the divine be present in whatever way the divine knows best, without expectations. Just let the divine bring you everything you need. What does it mean to be with God? Being with your heart. Just let the divine bring you every feeling. If we leave our heart, we've left the divine and we've left our guidance. That's why we worry about triggers, because we think we'll be overwhelmed by the fear or that the challenges will be too much. Work through it. Wherever you are, whatever's going on, just take a moment. Being with the divine is simply doing the inner work, the mirror exercise, and choosing to remain connected in your heart, in your peaceful state where you're confident. Your presence alone is enough, your loving presence with yourself in this place. Choose to only have divine relationship. Choose for all your relationships to be divine. Nobody can take your love away. It's yours. As you move forward every day, you'll find your melting blocks. Are you working through them? A common block for the collective right now is honesty. Are you afraid that if you're honest about how you feel, that love will leave you? Everyone is going to have to face their fears. This is about you, not your twin flame. The divine is not going to tell you to do something with your twin flame. It's all about your relationship with you and the divine first. It's not about getting your twin flame to come round. It's not about going to see them, to check in, to see how much healing's been done or how much is showing. It's nothing to do with that. It's the energy you're holding in consciousness, your relationship with yourself. Heal that. It's not about them. We're correcting the effects of the not self, pushing out the divine self. If you feel like you've been sidelined in any way, bring yourself all the way back into alignment with love. Give yourself the love you need in this space. You don't have to worry about the not self. It doesn't exist. All the love you need is right here. The ego self has no power. Choose to claim yourself in this place. When you focus on you and your healing, that's when you're successful. When you focus too much on them, your twin flame, it's an energy leak. And that's looking outside of yourself for love. Focus on that place within. Claim the divine in love. It feels expansive and light. Give yourself anything else you may need so you can take your place permanently and eternally in this place. Integrate the pieces that feel complete back into your heart. There, you, the divine, your union, all that's real. Choose to release any fear. It's safe to be grounded. What do you receive when you give yourself that? Peace, stability, steadfastness. Choose to remain in your heart at all times and integrate, ground the healing back in so it can continue to grow and expand. If you're feeling disconnected, choose to connect with yourself. Choose to be found. Just bring yourself home into your heart and all that love. This is the trail that the divine is directing your healing along. Unpinch the place in your heart that felt like it wasn't receiving enough love. Let all of the divine in. Do you have a fear of not being loved? Claim yourself in this place. Choose to love yourself. Give yourself all the love you need, because that's what the twin flame mirrors, of course. Notice that the more natural we are with our healing, the easier it guides us. You're directed to the next feeling, and then the next and the next. Do you have a fear of not being committed to? Give yourself all the commitment and devotion you need. Give yourself all the attention that you need for eternity. You may find that with all the healing you've done, the solar plexus area is probably feeling a lot better than it did. That's the power, your power, returning. Most twin flame problems stem from powerlessness, giving away one's power to people, places and things that say that you can't have love. That's obviously just illusion. But the solar chakra is a big part of the work. We get winded by rejection and unworthiness. This is a time of releasing codependency, because twin flames coming together, even though they are twin flames, it doesn't mean there won't be any codependency there. And you don't want that in your relationship, your union. It wants to be healed. And making them the source is not the way to approach your union. Either way, you wouldn't be comfortable, because it'd be like trying to get love from yourself without giving yourself love first, like drawing from an empty cup. It's not a nice feeling. It's a feeling of being taken from. Choose to be with yourself and remain with yourself in your heart. And you love yourself ultimately. You have the power to choose to love yourself. Nothing can pull you away from yourself. As for triggers, nobody can control what's already in consciousness, which determines the experiences that you do and don't have. You can, however, choose to learn through love, not pain. That's another choice you can make. You can't choose to avoid triggers, however, triggers that are coming in the future, because that's defeating the object of ascension. It's like someone saying that they don't want to be loved. That's what makes people push love away, because they don't want to be triggered. You're learning about yourself. You're learning who you are. Receive divine love. There isn't a not self. You've never been anything other than who you are. What does that mean to you? You don't need to do anything to be you. Release the fear that says you have to be something other than you to have your love, or you can't have love. You can't be without love. And let the divine guide you and show you what to work through, to show you what to heal. Go to that part of yourself that feels like it has to settle for less. Ask this place, what does it need? Receive all of the divine's good for you here, and nothing less. It's more than possible. It's truth. Bring all of that choice into your heart. As you know, there's layers and layers to this. There's lots of places in consciousness where the loving choice needs to be made. It's not endless. There is an end to it. It may be a long-standing pattern, so it can feel never-ending, but it's not. But also remember, you don't have to be perfect to have your union either. Go and make all these places solid with love. There's no reason why it has to be difficult or slow. Feel the resistance dissolving. Give yourself unconditional love and gentleness. Reassure yourself that hurt isn't real. Let that energy go. Receive all the love. Claim your power and strength and stand on your own. You don't need a crutch anymore. Feel strength and power returning. Feel how you're now standing firmly and strongly. True love is all yours. The real deal love that never leaves. You can never be harmed, no matter what happens, no matter what triggers may arise. The triggers can't harm you. They're simply there to show you the place that you need to, where you need to love yourself. That's what real love does. It shows you where love is needed. Choose to receive real love. Love is restorative. You're restoring yourself with love. Choose to see the divine strength and energy. Instead of taking from yourself, choose to align with love. Okay, my friends, that feels complete. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I'll see you in the next... Oh, sorry about that. Just wrecking the spot. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.